This is the Sakar MURLI of the 16th of August 2023. Essence. Sweet children, become those who have far-sighted and broad, unlimited intellects. Don't cause any disturbance in Shiv Baba's service. Those who cause a disturbance cannot receive a high status. Question. What thoughts do people who live in this world have which Golden Age deities would never have? Answer. Here, people think that their sons and grandsons will eat from whatever they earn. The deities would never have such thoughts, because their sons and grandsons take their inheritance with them from here. They believe that their kingdom is imperishable. Each of you is making your own individual efforts here. Song. Mother, O Mother, you are the fortune of tomorrow. Om Shanti. You children heard the praise of the mothers. You children know which mothers are praised. Surely it is the mothers who have been here and gone that are praised so much. They are not here now. On the path of devotion, there is the praise of the one who was Jagadamba. You too didn't know what she did before she went. They go to the Jagadamba temple and ask for something or other. Some would want a child, and others would ask for blessings. Those non-living images cannot do or understand anything, but that is devotion. You know that they existed in the past. There is the praise of Jagadamba. She isn't the only one. All of you sustain the Brahmin clan, and you will then sustain the divine clan. At this time it is as though you are sustaining the whole world, but no one knows this. There is also a gathering for goddess Chandika, but the name Chandika is not so good. Baba says those who were amazed and who ran away and divorced the father will then go and take birth as cremators. If any children cause mischief at home or are disobedient, they are called cremators. You can really see that some belong to Shiv Baba, and yet they cause so much mischief. To make mischief means to be disobedient. Those who cause a disturbance in Shiv Baba's service would eventually leave. A Brahma Kumari who makes mischief at a centre won't be able to explain to anyone. If she gets angry, everyone would say she has a lot of anger. Chandika would not be just one. There are many of them. There is the praise of the goddesses, and there are also memorials to those who become like Chandika. They still belong to God. Although some leave, they still go to heaven. They would still become the masters. Although only the kings and queens become the masters, the subjects would also say, "We are the masters." People say our Bharat is great. Nowadays they even sing songs, "Bharat was very good." You have now become children of the unlimited Father. The gopis and gopis of Gopi Vallabh have been remembered. Vallabh is the father. It is remembered that the one Gopi Vallabh had many gopis and gopis. In the Golden Age, there is no question of gopikas, etc. You children now have far-sighted and broad, unlimited intellects. The locks on your intellects have been opened. You know the life story of this birth very well. Everyone has that intoxication. There is Burla who would have intoxication of his wealth. He would think that he is the wealthiest of all. However, you know that those who are wealthy today will then become poor. There is the difference of day and night between your intellects and of those of the people outside. Some have the intoxication of one thing, and the others have the intoxication of another thing. I am so-and-so, I am like this. This one, Brahma, also had the intoxication of being a big jewel merchant. You now understand that all of those types of intoxication are worth shells. The intoxication of you children is so high. Those people think that they will earn something and that their sons and grandsons will eat from that. It is not like that here. You know that by knowing the unlimited Father, we are claiming our inheritance from him, and that we ourselves will receive the reward of that status for birth after birth. All the sons and grandsons are making effort here. There they don't think our grandsons will eat from this. They understand that that is an imperishable kingdom. Here, royal people think that their sons and grandsons will eat from their earnings. You are now claiming so much inheritance from the Father and performing such actions that you will continue to receive the fruit of that for 21 births. You are not concerned about your sons and grandsons. All of them also claim their inheritance here. You have so much knowledge. People don't know anything. People would definitely receive so much happiness from God the Father, whom they all remember so much. It is sung, O Supreme Father, Supreme Soul, have mercy. He is called the Supreme Soul. He is the Supreme. He is beyond life and death, and this is why he is called the Supreme Soul, that is, God. The form of all souls is the same. Whatever effort each of you makes, so accordingly it is the status you claim. This one's soul studies well, and thus becomes Narayan. Someone who fails will become Rama. It is the soul that becomes that. You souls understand that you are studying Raj Yoga with the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. This soul then goes and wears a new costume and plays his part. He will change from an ordinary man into Narayan. This is in the intellects of you children, number-wise, according to the efforts you make. This knowledge will then disappear. There won't be anyone impure there. Whom would you give knowledge to? The purifier is remembered here. Okay, just think that the Ganges is the purifier. However, the Ganges would not be able to teach you Raj Yoga. The Father teaches you Raj Yoga. All the secrets of the drama from the beginning to the end are in the intellects of you children. All of you are studying in the one class, but you are number-wise. At the beginning there was a bati of 300. If there were thousands of cows in a cowshed to be looked after, no one would be able to look after all of them. A bati of only a few had to be created. Of those two, some are still continuing to move along, and some have broken away. Some children think that it would have been better if they had been here from the beginning. But that is not so. So many of the old ones ran away. Even those who have been here for 25 to 30 years don't even remember that He is the unlimited Father from whom they receive the inheritance. Baba makes you into the masters of heaven. It is a matter of a second. The Father says, by belonging to me, you will become the masters of heaven. Kings and queens and also the subjects receive liberation in life. Liberation in life in a second has been remembered. What would the children who do not study fully be doing? Making mischief. Some children are very obedient. They claim an even better status than their father. Their father would be earning 100 or 200, and the child would become a millionaire. So it is the same with spiritual relations. A child who is 7 days old would quickly go ahead of someone who has been here for 25 years. It is number-wise. In fact, all of you are brides, and you remember the one bridegroom. You know that the Father comes and gives us the inheritance of the land of happiness. Women all have their physical husbands, and yet they all remember the husband of all husbands. The bridegroom from beyond gives you nectar to drink, and this is why he is remembered. You then become the masters of heaven. You don't remember anyone there. Through your efforts of the present time, you claim a reward for 21 births. Your intellects have opened so much. It is number-wise. And so the sovereignty you claim is also number-wise. Everything has been explained to you. By studying well here, you will also claim a high status. Otherwise, the uneducated ones will have to bow down in front of the educated ones. You have to make very good effort for this. The time now is very good for making effort. You know that you have to drink the nectar of knowledge while you are alive. That is, you have to continue to study. Saplings continue to be planted. For those who understand quickly, it is obvious that they will receive a good status. He is a flower who is very close and has surrendered himself in body, mind and wealth, and has become engaged in doing service very well. He understands that however much time he gives in doing service, it is beneficial. Just as Baba became the stick for all of us who were blind, without this eye of knowledge, so we have also to become the same. You continue to become the sticks for one another. It was Ravan who made you blind. It is explained to you that at this time the whole world is Lanka. All are in the cottage of sorrow. They have the name Ashok, without sorrow, hotel, and they have great pleasure there. You know that Baba has now come. The Mahabharat war is just ahead. It has to take place because the gates to the home have to open. There is no question of this happening in the Copper Age. There is extreme darkness now. The night of Brahmins has now come to an end, and Baba has come. Only you children know these things. When studying at school, some claim very good marks, whereas others fail. The sign of failing is to become part of the Moon dynasty. Rama has been given the symbol of a warrior. They don't understand the meaning of that. They sit and relate so many stories about Luv and Kush, the children of Rama. They make so many false allegations. It is sung, the king is Rama, and the people are those who belong to Rama. There is mercy because of righteousness. So where did all of those things come from? All of these things have to be understood. You know that this knowledge is in your intellects, number-wise. You students have to make very good, intense effort. We are godfatherly students. Who would not remember their teacher? We are the students of God the Father, the Purifier. The Father, the Teacher and the Satguru are all included in this. All of you are Sitas. You are sitting in Ravan's cottage of sorrow. Incorporeal God the Father is the ocean of knowledge, knowledgeful. You would not say this of Sri Krishna or Lakshmi or Narayan. Their praise is completely different. In the song it is sung, the praise is limitless of the one who makes us become like that. You say, Baba, I will claim the full inheritance from you. You are so sweet, you are so lovely. Lakshmi and Narayan are so sweet and lovely. Look at the picture of Lakshmi and Narayan. They are always shown smiling. You know that deities used to stay in this barret. Where are they now? You can tell everyone this is your final birth, and you have to become like Sri Krishna once again. The land of Krishna is now being established. Sri Krishna's soul is also studying Raj Yoga. If you want to go to the land of Krishna, then study Raj Yoga. When you speak of Lakshmi and Narayan, they become confused. Sri Krishna is rocked in a cradle, but they worship Lakshmi and Narayan. They are not shown doing any childhood activities. Where did Radha and Krishna go? And what happened to them? People don't know anything. Radha and Krishna were not a brother and sister. Now there is no kingdom of Radha and Krishna. No one in the Copper Age knows about their kingdom. A very good intellect is needed to understand all of these things. It takes effort to write literature. They portray the ornaments on Vishnu, but in fact Vishnu doesn't have those ornaments. Neither Vishnu nor Lakshmi and Narayan have the conch shell. So what should we write? People cannot understand anything. You have the conch shell, so the ornaments surely have to be given to Brahmins. They would say, where did these Brahmins come from? They wouldn't be able to understand anything. You can explain that we Brahmins are the spinners of the discus of self-realization. A very broad and unlimited intellect is needed to explain all these things. Those who have gross intellects and are about to become subjects won't be able to understand anything. They find it very difficult to explain. Baba writes, Sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found spinners of the discus of self-realization, you mouth-born creation of Brahma. However, you don't have those ornaments. In the pictures they have shown each goddess with a third eye, but they don't have a third eye. Your third eyes have now opened. There is praise of you Shaktis. Since there is Jagadamba, the children would also be with her. Mothers are in the majority. The mothers are raised so high. Acha. To the sweetest beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the mother, the father, Bapdada. The spiritual father says Namaste to the spiritual children, and the spiritual children say Namaste to the spiritual father. Essence for Dana. 1. Use your time in a worthwhile way by doing service. Surrender your body, mind and wealth, and continue to study for as long as you live. 2. Sustain one another with this knowledge. Don't do anything through which you would disobey the Father. Blessing. May you stay in imperishable supersensuous joy and give and receive happiness as a master bestower of happiness. Supersensuous joy means soul-conscious happiness, which is imperishable. Just as your organs are perishable, so the happiness received through them would also be perishable. Therefore, when you constantly stay in supersensuous joy, no name or trace of sorrow will be able to come to you. If someone is causing you sorrow, you mustn't take it. Your slogan is give happiness and receive happiness. Do not take sorrow and do not cause sorrow. If someone causes you sorrow, then transform it and give them happiness in return. Make them happy, and you will then be called a master bestower of happiness. Slogan. Instead of speaking too much and wasting your energy, become experienced in the sweetness of introversion. Om Shanti.